fact,
What's up with these buttons, man? They look backwards. Okay, let's clap.
Clap is always in the same space.
Just to be real, it's been a couple weeks. I don't forgot what the clapper thing looked like.
A clapper is. Never mind.
Shut up.
the clapper.
I am sick of you already.
So sick of you
Here you go.
already.
The clapper.
Okay.
All right. Yes. So we are back. I'm your host, Kenda. This is my show, Minding My Own Podcast. This is another Wednesday. But guess what? This Wednesday is very special because I got the panel in the building. Like literally everybody from the panel is in the building today. And I am just so happy and excited that everybody came through for your girl. I'm clapping for all y'all because y'all my new. Yes. So it's a very special episode. Check this out. It's Scorpio season.
Yeah.
And y'all know what that means.
Gang gang.
No.
Gang
No.
gang.
What does that mean?
Hey.
It's my birthday month. That's what it means. Where you been?
I need y'all to hurry up and wrap up Scorpio season. I just need y'all to hurry up and wrap up Scorpio season.
No hate.
No
No
hate.
hate.
Hurry up and
See,
wrap
I
that
got
up.
my other Scorpio sis at the table.
Hey, we still
You know
got
what I'm saying?
Savannah and Ruthia.
We got the Libras in the building. Judges again.
They
And
definitely
Libra.
banned.
Taurus over here. What's y'all signs? Aries. You know your sign, Kenyatta?
Kenyatta sleep.
She don't rep it, but she a Cancer. It is what it is. It is what it is. So she's a Cancer. So everybody is what they is. But anywho, I'm just saying, it's my season. So my birthday's Saturday, and one of my birthday wishes was to have a panel in the building for this episode. And everybody said, your wish is my command, and I fucks with it. So yeah, I'm clapping again. That's what's up. So today, I wanted to have everybody here because, to be honest, y'all been a part of my growth. Y'all been a part of my growth, and I want to thank y'all for that. It's 2024, and y'all is here. Y'all here with me, and my one of my biggest challenges in life was always just having the support team, the system of people who really fuck with you for real.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna cry.
Say more. Say
Because if
more.
I do, that'll be the first time I cried on my show. I guess it's the first time for everything, but I ain't doing it yet. But I just want to say I am so grateful. So that is actually one of the things I want to address tonight is some of the lessons that I learned for 2024. And I'm gonna kick it off, but I'm gonna go around the whole room and ask my people what's one of their biggest lessons of the year. And I'm doing this for self-reflection. I'll be 39 on Saturday.
Let's go.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I love y'all. All y'all fine. You motherfucker.
Oh, y'all flying in the motherfucker. Oh my god.
Beautiful faces. I love y'all. I love to see y'all. I'm gonna cry. I'm just giving y'all. Tom, you got some Kleenex because I am not doing it.
Nope.
I am not doing this.
Nope, I ain't got none.
See, I'm gonna have to use my shirt. You bogus. Give me that paper towel.
If you gonna do it, you gonna cry big.
I can feel them trying to ease down. But this is a self-reflection episode. I will be 39 Saturday.
Happy birthday.
Thank y'all.
We got 5 minutes into the
He
show.
take all day with this napkin. Oh my God.
He take all day.
Oh.
Just napkin.
He make a flyer quicker than he give me these napkins. Dang, he said he talented at the flyers, but not napkins. Thanks. Okay. I'm for real, y'all. Okay. Woo. I didn't think I was gonna cry this early. I knew I was gonna cry though. But check this out. So I'm gonna go around the room. I'm gonna start with the Taurus. It's only one Taurus in the room. So we're gonna go our way around like this. and everybody
Why you
going
couldn't go that way?
because we going this way and it's my birthday.
Well, it should start with Tom.
You gotta say one thing. Tom, what's going on? You want to go first?
What's up?
What's one of your biggest lessons for 2024?
What's my biggest lessons for 2024?
And it better not have nothing to do with me.
Oh my god.
First of all, the world don't revolve around you, so it definitely has nothing to do with you. But keeping it a buck, stepping out my comfort zone.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. What about you?
Standing on my own,
Standing on your own.
being who I am, and don't belittle myself for nobody. If you can't swing with me, then walk away.
Okay. Standing on your own. What you got, Judge?
I think it's talking to myself nice, being nicer to myself. Like I be trying to be nice to everybody, and you know what I'm saying? They be like, "Oh, Judge Rogers is so positive," but if you got inside of my head, it's a real dangerous place to be in. And I've been doing some shadow work, you know, just actually writing down my actions.
Yeah.
Because when I'm actually like saying these things, it's just not real. I'm doing things and I'm working hard and I'm waking up early and I'm handling my shit. And just because I leave my keys on the kitchen table does not mean I'm a fuck up.
Man, let's
I love
go.
that.
You know?
Man, yeah.
So you guys know that I'm a man of proverbs. Like I love affirmations. So I've been telling myself that it's okay a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
You
Showing
know,
yourself some more grace.
Grace is something that is said a lot, but nobody don't even know what the hell that is.
We know.
I mean, I think when it comes to grace, that's it's a oxymoron sort of, or ironic, because there's a lot of strength within grace, you know, and you can find true strength with giving yourself grace. So hey, that's I've been getting strong with just trying to do that, and I'm trying to do that because I'm a huge asshole. And so
The room is quiet.
I'm trying, and you know, yeah, I'm okay.
I love it.
We love that.
I love that, man.
That's my biggest lesson for 2024.
Thank you.
I
know?
love that, Judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I
sharing.
think we should all try to do that at least a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Just be easy on ourselves. Especially this upcoming, we had a lot of pressure on ourselves and expectations. I remember before we even started this, you saying something about expectations, like don't expect other people to be who you are, or don't expect you to be who everybody thinks you are, you know. So that's what you were just saying, staying true in yourself and standing 10 toes down. But you know, a lot of people don't know themselves when they get caught up in the social media life. They try to keep up with the Joneses, and they're not staying true to themselves, and they're not being nicer to themselves, you know?
Yeah.
So don't be a bully to yourself.
Period.
I love that.
What about you, Savannah?
I don't think it's a lesson. I just come to accept that everybody can't handle my personality, and it's okay because I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be. My personality and my ways and my character, my values and morals got me to where I am today. So I'm not apologetic and I'm not sorry for anything. I cannot show up because somebody is missing something within themselves. And if you're not comfortable, then that's something that you have to deal with.
Right.
And that's okay for me. You know, a lot of people just don't know what to do when they're around me. It has nothing to do with me. It's a you problem. So
Yes.
2024, I'm not apologetic. I'm unapologetic for people that feel intimidated or threatened or whatever made up in their head about me because they don't know how to function around somebody that has a strong personality like me.
I love it. I love that. Yes.
That's dope.
Yes, that is dope. What you got?
Child.
Tinka G.
Listen, I think 2024 was a lot, honestly. But I think my major takeaway from it was I accept peace more versus the toxic stuff. Like I would rather be left in peace than somebody to break me down to be in pieces. If that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
I love that.
So I've grown to love myself. I've grown to love my company. I've grown to love the things that are more catered to me as a person, not just because like, you know, a lot of people go out and search for these soul ties and these people and they looking for love in all the wrong places, but you got to start loving yourself first. So it's like, at the end of the day, I feel like my peace has become my biggest solitude right now. Like, honestly,
Yes.
I'm not going to risk my peace for nobody and nothing. Like, if you cannot add to my peace, please keep it pushing. Like, I just cannot do the craziness and the drama and the messiness. I'm cool on it. That's why I don't be in every scene, in every place, and everybody face. Like, you won't catch me everywhere.
Yeah.
You catch me when you see me. Like, at my events.
Right.
But no, other than that though, like honestly, for real, I choose peace over the ignorance. That's my biggest takeaway. For real,
Let's
so.
go. I'm clapping for y'all.
Yeah, your piece is priceless.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we hear them over there?
Yes,
Okay.
they're mic'd up too.
Awesome. So y'all can't see. Y'all can't
I'm clearly
see
looking at
everybody.
that blue light even without my glasses on. Stop being that person.
Kenyatta. What about you, dear?
So I'm learning to stop writing myself off. Okay, so one of the biggest things that we do, first of all, whether we know it or not, we be scared of success. Because
Yeah.
we're so used to this and not that.
Yeah.
So I'm learning to stop writing myself off. Like I feel like if God give me something, I need to learn how to start stepping into it and stop. You know, like even with me doing this, it be many times I wake up and went like this, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So it's like, girl, you built for this. It's like, so I need to start motivating myself more to really start stepping into what's for me.
Yeah.
This is for me. This is me. You know, so yeah, stop writing myself off. And I think that comes from, you notice when you're a kid, if you've never been motivated, if nobody never told you this and that, you're going to let the world define who you are. That's what happens.
Wow.
So now that I'm 41 years old, pushing 42, now it's like, no, you is not that, you is this.
Amen.
You is God called you to be. So I'm learning to walk into my purpose.
Yes.
Kenyatta.
Kenyatta.
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
love it.
You gotta
love
take chances on yourself.
For real.
You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Ooh,
Yes,
let's
let's
go,
go.
Judge.
Quotes by Judge Rogers. I see a book coming with quotes.
I did that part.
Right, we waiting on the quote book.
Get a sweatshirt.
Him get a sweatshirt. What about you, Nicole?
I'm gonna say trusting myself and trusting my intuition more. I feel like this year I've let I kind of ignore my intuition. When I knew something was wrong or wasn't right or whatever situation may be,
Yeah.
I just kind of ignored it. But that's what God gave us.
Mhm.
The intuition. It's a reason why we have the intuition. It's like I'm giving you the signs or the cues or whatever, and you have to be able to stop and listen and take in that intuition, because you know a lot of things happened to me this year because I was not listening to my intuition.
Yes.
So I think I gotta really, this year I learned how to really
Lock in.
myself.
Yes.
Lock in with
And trust
myself.
yourself.
Yep, and trust myself and really listen to that intuition and not let any outside influences, quiet that intuition.
Yes.
I have to say, I know what God told me. I know what I heard. Thank you for your feedback, but right now it really I need them just listen to what you say.
Yes. Yes. That's powerful, sis.
So do you think, I'm so sorry to say this, but I have to say it.
Yeah.
So do you think it's your intuition or do you think the Holy Spirit is trying to lead you?
Well, I think that's together.
Mhm.
For me, I believe that goes together because intuition is something that I've always had, even as a little girl. I mean, I don't like everybody's different, right?
Mhm.
But I know that God speaks to me in a certain way, and it's usually in how I'm feeling about something. Like he'll I don't know how to explain it, but like when I know that something is going to happen, I feel a weak in my body. When I say that, I mean like my knees feel hurt, like my hands are numb, and I know that that's God telling me to get to my quiet place and listen to what he's trying to tell me.
Yeah,
So
that's
I hope
beautiful.
that
Okay.
answers
No,
what
it
you're
do.
saying.
I love that.
Yes, that's powerful, sis.
I love that.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah.
My intuition.
She said her intuition is Ruthia.
I am not even at bed.
What you got, Ruthia?
So 2023, I did a lot of healing work on myself. I went through a really, really deep healing journey, and my journey still continues. I started therapy. So after going through all of that, opening up the closet and really like digging through all of my stuff,
Yeah.
I've learned for 2024 not to allow people to hold me in that space that I used to be in. Like, I'm not that girl anymore. I'm not this mean person. I'm not this person that you thought I was.
Yeah.
And I don't have to reintroduce myself to you and either accept me for who I am today or like y'all kind of said, keep it pushing. So with that journey, I've been getting closer to God. You know, I got a prayer closet or a prayer corner in my room.
Mm-hmm. You wasn't lying to player corner yet.
Player corner.
Listen, it's definitely a little envelope over there that talks about love and not just loving other people, but loving myself.
Yes.
But it's recently been a shift happening, you know, in my life, and I've been at some points I'm feeling like I don't want to be around nobody, but it's literally the shift is him removing me from the things and the people and places and the relationships that I used to be attached to, and now it's kind of like that ain't for me no more.
Yeah.
Right.
So my lesson in that lesson is not to feel guilty for the people that I'm leaving behind as well.
Period. Let's end on that. Leave them niggas behind. Leave everybody.
I love this for y'all, and that's why the topic is we glowing through our growing.
I love it.
That's what we doing. All y'all shining. All
I
y'all
love
look
it.
brighter than ever before.
Ding.
Like even from when I first met y'all, I can see it.
I love that.
Like y'all done found what y'all love. Y'all pursuing dreams and goals. Look at that. Like shutting shit down when it need to be shut down. Not holding on to nothing. So yeah, I respect all of what y'all said, and that's just so dope. Y'all, man, that's so dope. So I'm gonna share some of my lessons. One of them, my top one, mindfulness. And what I mean by that is, you know, I have to not let things influence the way that I want to move. And when I say that, I mean I can't just think it and just dream it. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to really, really be mindful of the things that I want and what it takes to get to where I want to be.
Yeah.
And I can't just think like, oh, I can share this with somebody and then let them influence how I'm going to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more silent and I do a lot more speaking up here than with this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not talking anymore about action. I'm thinking it through, making sure it's something I'm happy with, and then I'm going to move. So that's my mindfulness for 2024. I want to do that from now on. I used to need to tell people stuff and hear their side and they thoughts about it and be like, okay, if you think this or you think that, okay, and consider it in my decisions. I'm not doing that no more. I'm thinking it through and deciding if it's something I really want. And if it's something I want to do, then I'm doing it.
Right.
And of course, you know, doing whatever research and things I need to do, but I'm not letting anybody influence it.
I love that.
So just being more mindful of what I want to do and keeping it all up here. Yes. So I'm doing more of that. Like gratitude. I learned a lot this year. Earlier this year, I lost my job. A job I was at for a few years. And I was comfortable. I hated the job. But the money was good.
But the money was good.
And I was comfortable, you know? And I was like, you know, I'm going to just hang in there. I'm going to hang in there. And God said, no, I've been telling you for a long time. Why you think you hate this job?
Yeah.
Yeah. Start being more mindful about the things I want, not letting anything impact that or influence it. But also, when these things happen, I got to be grateful for what I do got. Man, I got humbled so fast this year. And I'm like, damn, I done hit rock bottom. But guess what? None of that stopped us. None of that stopped me. The panel was still moving and grooving. Still was out here doing what we had to do. Still was taking care of the family. Still had everybody around me knew what was going on. And nobody, not one person, was like, well, shit, let me kick you while you down. Nobody. None of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful. That's why I keep saying I'm so grateful that the experience came to be, because it taught me that I don't need to just stay anywhere. I don't need to sulk in my experiences, whether they're good or bad. I don't have to sit there and feel bad about it. I can look at the things that I do have and be happy with those things. And every day I just told myself, well, God ain't left me.
I know that's right.
My people ain't left me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like, I gotta be grateful. I gotta show gratitude for the things I got and the skills that I still possess, the power I still possess within me, the light within me, and be grateful that none of that was taken, because that could have been taken too.
Facts.
So
You have to realize. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
You have to realize everything that you went through was necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Each
exactly
and every
it.
one of us that's sitting in this room, it was necessary for us to go through it.
Yeah.
Whether it was good, whether it was bad, whether we was happy, whether we was sad.
Yeah.
It was necessary. Because when God allow you to do something for so long, there's a disconnect between you and God.
Yeah.
I'm only talking from personal experience. So when God started disconnecting me from certain things and certain people, it was necessary because I got too comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I got too comfortable with what was going on and everything that was happening, but I was forgetting who he was and whom he is. So just look at it as it was necessary to learn the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
So each and every one of us sitting in this room had learned the lesson this whole year.
Yep.
You said you've been moving in silence. Since the last event the panel had, how many of y'all can say y'all saw me?
I
After
did,
that.
but
Well,
that's
I
it.
seen you maybe
Yeah.
once.
Maybe once because of Lachelle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But after that, nobody saw me.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what's going on. Nobody knew what I was dealing with because I had to disconnect. It wasn't nothing against my team, but it was personal. It was things that I was dealing with, but I have no regrets.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing it gave me, it let me knew. Well, I can't say nothing too much about him because he ain't gonna let me ride just not knowing what's going on. But it let me knew that despite of me not seeing y'all, I knew y'all was still there if I would reach out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I do stuff in silence. I deal with whatever I'm going through in silence
Mhm.
because that's how I'm built.
Yeah.
But he reminded me that it's okay to tell people. I'm not the one to tell people. I can find out. Y'all can tell me all y'all problems. I help y'all deal with it and I'm good. But for me, because I was going to another phase of my life and I shared that with you
Mm-hmm.
when you called me.
Yeah.
God, and I told God whatever he had for me after that last panel event we had upstairs, I said, whatever I need to go through or whatever I need to do, allow me to do it. Because everything else, I felt like a part of me was missing. And when I went through it and I disconnect, I found out what the missing link was.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm grateful because I'll allow myself to decrease so he can increase. But it was necessary. So don't feel, be proud of what you went through.
Oh yeah, that's why we here.
Definitely.
I am.
What you went
I'm
through.
so proud. I'm so proud that I'm still here.
I
I'm
love
still
that.
here. I still feel good about me. I'm still finding a motherfucker.
You
know what I'm saying?
Like, life be life and there's
Yes.
no question about that.
Yes.
And one of the things that we all need to know, and it's from like personal experience, and I know everybody go through stuff, like things don't happen to you, it happens
For
you.
Yep.
and that's it. Like that's the and like today I did group and I talked on, like what are some of the things that you're gonna do in 2025 that you didn't do in 2024?
Amen.
Some people say, man, I go back to the every time I change this. I'm like, you know what? I used to think that, but no, I don't. Because if I I would have been through none of that stuff, I would not be the person I am today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You notice, like when you first get into the gym, you weak, you skinny, you all this stuff, but the more you keep lifting weights, what do? You get stronger, right?
Mhm.
Like, so life builds you up.
That's true.
So it's just like, the things that we go through, it happens for us.
And that's why we're grateful for the lessons.
That's it.
We're grateful for the lessons. I did a show a couple weeks back with Solstice, and one of the great things that he said was forgiveness includes forgiving yourself, forgiving yourself for what the role you played in it, which was probably either making decisions, not not paying attention to what he's trying to tell you, but also that's a huge part of you taking that situation as a whole and really analyzing it to understand that it was meant for you. It was meant to work for you, not in the way you like it, but you can't lean on your own understanding. You have to understand him. And so in order for you to forgive other people and forgive yourself, you have to trust the process. But one of the things he said, if I love you, I love me. If I love you, I love me. If I love you, I love me. I can't say that enough. If I love you. And I've been repeating that in my head. Matter of fact, I watched that episode, and that's probably one of the dopest episodes I ever did. Shout out to Solstice. I've been watching that show at least once a day, just to remind me in the morning while I'm getting ready. I love you. I love me. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. Why? Because I have to remind myself that forgiveness is love.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times when we going through stuff, when we got battles with ourselves, we got battles with other people, we see people in a certain angle, in a certain light, and all we do is as soon as we see them, we get all bitter, or our face get all crunched up, or inside we want to fight, or we want to be ugly. Yeah. It's not okay. Let it go, which leads me to my next lesson: emotional management.
Yeah.
Check yourself. In the morning, check yourself before you get around anybody. Leave that shit at the door.
Right.
Let it the fuck go.
Right.
Because you only tearing yourself apart in the inside. You feel ugly. You feel nasty. You feel crooked. You feel disgusting. You really do. And so that's another lesson that I learned for 2024 is emotional management. Emotional management, managing the way that I'm feeling, but also understanding my feelings are okay, but I don't have to stay feeling like that.
Yeah.
I don't have to feel like that every time I see the person. I don't have to feel like that every time I go somewhere that I might not want to be. For example, going into the office, I got to check myself. Before I get out the car, I sit there for 5 minutes. I don't care if it's 8:05 and I'm supposed to be there at 8 a.m. I'll be in there at 8:10.
Right.
Till I check myself.
Yeah.
Like, do what you got to do to check yourself.
Yeah.
Manage your emotions and understand it is okay to feel what you feel. Yeah. But nobody is responsible for your feelings. Yeah. Nobody. You determine what you do with that shit.
I would like to piggyback off that.
Go ahead.
So as far you said emotional
management,
emotional management. I feel like I learned that at a very early age. For me, I don't think it's okay for you to do something to me and not say something to you. I have to communicate with anybody that makes me feel away, because it's not fair to me that you just get to go jolly and I'm still feeling some type of way. I have to let you know what you've done to me, whether you receive it or not, or whether you feel like I should have brought it up or not. I'm doing it for myself, not for you, and I'm setting boundaries at the same time. Yeah, because I need to let you know what you missed or something that you did not know. So I have to let you know in private, hey, that's not okay.
Yeah.
And whether you receive it or not is on you. But I did my part to make me feel okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever feel like how you said, like, your emotions is your emotions. Your emotions is never wrong. That doesn't mean that you did not handle the situation properly, but your emotions is fair. So that's how you feel. I can't tell you how not to feel.
Right.
Let me feel how you feel. But I also do believe in, once you feel how you feel over a certain amount of time, and for me it's like 30 minutes to an hour, You pushing it. That's a choice. Because
Yeah.
if I slap you, you're going to feel something. It's for you to feel that right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, you cool, right?
Right.
Nigga, why you still mad?
Right.
I feel like people chooses to be mad. People want to be negative. People want to carry that baggage on. And I feel like that's unnecessary. And I feel like when you do that, that is something rooted within yourself.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called being grown at the end of the day. I pride myself on being grown because I feel like I like to have conversations uncomfortable conversations. And a lot of people, believe it or not, don't like to be in uncomfortable conversations. They can't handle it. And they're grown in age.
Yeah.
And I feel like in order for you to ever grow in life, period, you gotta be uncomfortable and you gotta have uncomfortable conversations, because sometimes somebody needs to sit you down and say, look, because you're not always moving right, you're not always doing right. And it's gonna take that person that's already there, that's already been there, to sit you down like, sir, bro, whatever.
Right.
And it's up to you to receive it or not. If you too old to feel like you cannot learn from nobody, you're gonna stunt your growth.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's that's definitely a thing. But good thing it don't apply to me. 'Cause, definitely add to it.
I think too, like you talking about emotional intelligence as well.
Yeah.
Like how as I go through my healing process, is that if someone says something, they do something, and it bothers me, I have to sit with myself and say, why is it bothering me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's get to the for real root of the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you an example for me. If you tell me that you're going to be in my house at 6 o'clock to pick me up and you're going somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not there at 6 o'clock, I'm a snack. I had to figure out why.
Yeah.
It came from abandonment issues. It came from being a little girl, waiting for my father to pick me up from school. Now, couple instances. One was not his fault. My father was a third shift worker.
Mm-hmm.
So he would always overslept. So I would end up being the last kid at school.
Yeah.
It wasn't intentional, but it still was something. Now I'm teased.
It hurt you.
Yo, why your parents don't pick you up? Nobody wants you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the other part is, as I got older, when my parents divorced, then my dad did forgive me. You know what I'm saying? He would supposed to be coming to get me, and he would never show up.
Yeah.
So I had to dig deep and realize that's what that was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have nothing to do with Ruthia didn't show up on time. It had to do with
But yeah.
You have to dig deep. So when you're dealing with your emotions, you have to dig deep to see, where is this really coming from?
Yeah.
Where is this stemming from? I gotta go deeper in whatever this situation is.
Absolutely. Amen.
I gotta piggyback off her, and she's absolutely correct, because I just said this a couple of days ago. We hold on to things and people because of abandonment issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like, believe it or not, like I got the same thing. Like, like when parents separate, your mom, you get a certain age, mom got a new boyfriend, dad dead, or whatever he doing.
Yeah.
Now you left to yourself. So abandonment issues. So now, if you come late picking me up, I'm gonna off top start feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
Start feeling some type of way, or that you know what I'm saying, that nigga doing this, or she doing, or you know what I'm saying. You're gonna always look at it as betrayal, because it ain't even them. It starts from the household first.
Right. That's true.
So yeah, emotional is like you gotta learn how to control your emotions. Like over time, we eventually learn how to do it. Like honestly, I got to the point in my life where it's just like God is really all I got. Like if you think about it, God is really all you got, because at any given moment, people can do what people do.
Yeah.
Any given moment.
Yeah, they always go.
And you know what? For me, it was always like, I always, even when I was a kid, I always felt like I can say how I feel, but nobody cares. What's the point of me telling you how I feel? What you gonna do about it?
Right.
Like, you not finna care about what I'm going through. You gonna put a Band-Aid on it and tell me go about my day. But I'm still feeling like I'm feeling, but nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? So for a while, I just used to be like, damn, like then I need to suppress these emotions. Like then it's not okay for me to have these emotions. I need to figure out how to pretend they don't exist. I need to hide away. And that was a coping mechanism for me, was just to not to speak a whole lot about what I feel or what I'm going through. And I am one of them people. How you doing? I'm good. unless somebody actually be like, nah, for real,
Right.
I got the time today. You got the time?
Mhm.
Well, shit, then shit, pour this wine.
Ah!
We gonna chop it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you how I feel. But now it's like, I just never felt like that, like I could, and so because I never felt like I could, I just kept going. And so now I'm learning it's okay to feel how I feel. It's okay for me to speak on how I feel. I'm still gonna be mindful of who I speak it to.
Mhm.
But if you love me and I love you and you telling me you can trust me with those emotions, then I'm gonna talk to you about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the things. Like,
I just want to
Yeah.
say one more thing too, and it's sometimes it don't even come from like abandonment issues. It can come from being sheltered. So if you was never exposed to negative feelings and bad things happen around you, once things start happening around you, you don't know how to deal with it.
mm-hmm.
And for me, it was like I did what I wanted to do, but I was very sheltered too. Like people didn't get to do what they wanted to do to me. You know what I'm saying? I was always protected as well.
Mhm.
So I started experiencing things as I got older. And at one point, it was me fighting. I used to be a fighter, but then I didn't like what that turned into.
Mhm.
So now, I got stuff to lose, and I moved different. But I didn't grow up being disrespected and talked to all crazy and vulgar. Like, no, so you do that to me, you offended me. Like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
I didn't grow up in that. So it was just because I was sheltered. I was very protected around everybody around me. So as I get in this older age, it's kind of like people are weird. Like people are hurt. People are just around here, just got a hole in their chest. What's wrong? I can sympathize. I have sympathy for you, but I can't sympathize with you. I haven't went through it, but I can understand. But it's like, dang. And for me, it's like, it's a mindset. Everything that we go through, everything that we feel, everything that we choose is because we choose it. If we don't fix it, we choose it. And it's a mindset. For me, you got a choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Something happened. Okay, you can't change that. What are you about to do?
Right.
That's my whole thing. And that's how I grew up. So it's like, you can't keep telling me your boyfriend beating you. At first, I'm gonna be here for you and whatever. But after a couple of months, it's kind of like I'm hearing, but I don't got nothing to say.
Right.
This is what you want,
Right.
because you have a choice to leave, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I get it.
And can I say
Yeah.
something? I feel like I've been too quiet.
Go ahead. Chime in.
Just to, I guess, piggyback off of what Savannah is saying. I didn't really go through a lot as well growing up. I was only in one relationship. I damn near eloped, but we got into an argument. You know the whole story. It's old and done, but she's like my only serious relationship. So I never been through any type of abuse or anything like that. But I've gotten very offended off of people's mistreatment. And as I'm growing up, I've learned that forgiveness isn't forgiving another person, it's forgiving yourself from holding on to that shit. Because the things that we hold on to, the when it comes to emotion management of your emotions, people are emotionally damaged.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hurt people. And I feel like being I'm not a healed person, because we still have our struggles, but I feel like true forgiveness isn't revolved around other people. And that might sound a little narcissist, but I be trying to forgive everybody quick. Like, you know what, I forgive you already. Before you even fucked me over, I've already forgiven you.
Let's go, Judge.
But
Can I clap?
let me ask you something. You just said something. You say you trying to forgive people quick. But the question is, do you really forgive that person? Because sometimes we can think we have and really haven't. The forgiveness is not for Kenda, Savannah, Tika, me, anybody else in this room. The forgiveness for you. But one thing I have learned going through trials and tribulations, you have to allow yourself to feel every emotion that you're feeling. Because if you really want to properly heal the correct way and don't want to go down that road again, then you got to allow yourself to feel it.
Mhm.
And then when you feel it, hey, acknowledge it. Like, hey, this is how I felt today, God. This is what I'm angry about. This is what pissed me off. This is what make me want to punch a person in their face. Like, I have to be honest about what I'm just being honest.
Yeah, no, yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
I have to be honest about myself. But when you forgive somebody, and they might can say, okay, yeah, okay, thank you, but they don't really mean it. But if you sincere from here, it's nothing else nobody can do.
Yeah, I did
It's
a
nothing
little
nobody else can
TikTok
do.
clip on that, and
I'm so sorry.
let me chime in right quick.
Go ahead.
Because I want to piggyback off what you said. I did a little video, and in the video, I'm saying like, dang, how come when you get upset, like you telling yourself like, I don't wanna hold on to this,
Yeah.
but then at the same time you be like, but I'm supposed to be mad though.
Mhm.
Like this is messed up.
Yeah.
Like I'm not about to just let you walk away and treat me like this,
Right.
and I'm just about to just forgive you.
I'm dead.
You know, like that's how I used to think. Like,
Yeah.
and I had that's why I just was sitting there like, but I'm supposed to be mad.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to look at you in disgust.
But the Bible tells you it's okay to get angry.
Yes,
The
and
Bible
that's the
tells
thing.
you
It's
okay
Yeah.
to be
It's
angry,
okay.
but sin not.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So it tells us that. So baby, get mad.
yes,
Get mad.
yes.
I know I do.
And I'm like, and
Every
it's
day.
okay for me to understand at that moment I'm not ready to forgive,
Right.
and it's okay to say that sucked.
Yeah.
You suck as a person
Right.
for doing it to me. But I pray for you,
Yeah.
and I hope you grow.
Right.
And I'm not gonna look at you the same, but I don't think you're gonna remain the same person forever. Not if you know what's best for you.
Right.
But now
Mhm.
that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it don't mean that you ain't gonna remember.
You ain't gonna never forget.
I'ma see you in the streets now, and it don't mean I forgot.
That's a
And it
mess.
don't mean that I want to sit there and keep thinking about it either, but
Right.
it happened to me.
Right.
It was my story to tell.
Yeah.
It's my experience, and it's okay that I seen you at Pick a Save, and I looked at you and I had a reminder. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It still
true.
happened to me.
Right.
I don't hate you, and I still don't like it.
Right.
But I love you in a sense of I really, really hope you get better.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm learning too. You can still love people, even if you don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say something about
But
that.
you supposed to, though, regardless whether we want to or not. We
Yeah.
supposed to because the Bible
Yeah.
tells us that. So,
Yeah.
Like,
Come on, y'all.
Because he tell you to love your enemies. He talks
Yeah.
about love your neighbor. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
one time he said you gotta like
Like,
Right. I ain't gotta
Not
like
one
you
time.
now.
I heard that one.
Yeah.
you ain't gonna hear
I
it.
ain't heard it. But
Yeah.
you know what though? Because there been times when I kid you not, I really went to God. Say, God, if you don't come get this bitch,
For real.
my hands you get because it's like because I know you trying to. I know. I was so mad that I want to go kill this girl like this.
Yeah.
It's like come get her because it's like I gotta change, but it's like people that's doing this, like you let them get away with everything.
Yeah.
I'm constantly being convicted.
Yeah.
Come get her.
Come get her,
And
guy.
it's like, but I gotta forgive. I gotta do this, do this. But you know what? But then I know why because it's like because he's doing something for you.
Mhm.
Amen.
If you forgive them, you setting yourself
Set
free.
free.
Yeah. Set yourself free and you can get to where you need to be in life.
The son set free is
And
free
whatever they
indeed.
do,
Yeah,
it
free
got
at that.
nothing to do with you because in the Bible he say, "What is that to you? You must follow me."
Yes.
So it's just like, yes, you follow him. You let them do what they do because at the end of the day, honestly, they don't get away with nothing. Believe it or
No,
not,
they don't.
Right.
they don't.
They really don't.
To go back what you said and what you said, like for those who know, like I dealt with some crazy stuff that came to try to destroy me. Weapons was born, but they didn't prosper. So
Amen.
Yeah.
I finally understood what that meant this year. It doesn't mean that nothing as bad is going to happen to you. It means that things is going to come your way, but it's not going to prosper. It means it's not going to hinder you in no type of way. I'm believing now that once you hold value, things are going to come after you. You're
Mhm.
going to get tested because whatever you ask God for, He has to make sure that your mind and mental is ready for what you asking Him for. So the things that's coming your way,
you have to be able to deal with it properly. And at that time, I wasn't understanding because I'm just like, man, I'm the coolest. I know I'm a firecracker, but like me, you know what I'm saying? And the things that was happening, it's just like I just couldn't understand it. And like she said, I was ready to go to the other side of me because it's a whole other side of me. But I'm like, I can't move like that. You know what I'm saying? I got kids. I got stuff to lose. So things was just coming and coming and coming. And I truly believe like once he's taking you through things, you are forming that strength that is needed to be successful, to reach that breakthrough, to go to that next level, to be whatever financially stable, emotionally healed, whatever it is that you're asking for. Those are, I ain't gonna say tests, but those are the things. So the things that you think are so bad, I can look at the things that they are currently doing and had done, like, it didn't destroy me. What really happened? And then I asked God to do something for me. It didn't happen in the way that I envisioned it to happen, but as I was talking to myself, I said, he did help me. It just wasn't how I wanted him to help me. So then I was okay with that. So these trials and tribulations of this year just helped me to understand him more better in terms. And so you do have that battle of being angry, but it's all about, if I do what I'm going to do, what's really going to come out of it. My bark is louder. I know it. What's going to do? It's going to be a feeling, right? So then I call, I may vent, cry, shout, and I'll be good, but I had to get it out. For me not to hold this in and go drive somewhere at nighttime. So
amen.
I had a different experience with like managing my emotions. Beginning of this year, sometime last year, I was told that I had the ability to be angry at somebody. I didn't know I could, because it was like, well, this person never left me. This person was always there, but it was like, even with them being there, they were still hurting me. So it was just kind of like when I was told, like, but why are you not mad? Like, there's still a reason to be mad. I think they gave me a lot of more power just to understand that I can be angry and still love. So that's it. The fact that I mean, like, it bothered me. Like, what do you mean I can be mad at her? Like, I can't be mad at her. This is my mother, you know? And it was just like, but that's your mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my mind, it was like, my dad left. This person hurt me. This person did this. This person did this. This person left. But she's always been there. And it was just like, in my mind, I had to process it. And like, when I say like I was struggling with the fact that it's okay to be still angry with her, it was like, I'm listening off. Like, I literally had to write it down. Like, but she did this right. She did this right. And it was just like, but she did this one thing and that really affected you. And you have the right to be angry. So when I processed those emotions and then I talked to her, and it took a lot for me to be like, you got to speak to her.
Girl, that's
when I say I spoke to my mother, and I was pissed off in the moment. And I have never talked to my mother in a disrespectful manner. But it was to a point where everything that was going on in me was like bottled up. And I literally texted her and I was like, I need you to be at my house at this time. And I need you to be ready for whatever's coming.
And you know what?
And she didn't understand what was going on because she thought, you know, we're mother-daughter situation, we're fine. But literally when she got there, I had 2 tables. I mean, I had 2 bottles of water, I had some tissue, and I had 2 chairs. And I was like, I got to let this out. I don't know what's finna come out, but I'm finna give it all to you. And her response was, can I hug you? You know what I'm saying? It was such a beautiful moment. But in my mind, I was ready to go toe to toe with her. And it was like, oh, I feel so much better.
Yeah, you feel lighter. The way
I feel so much better.
That is so crazy that you said that, because I promise you, and I always like, Lord, please forgive me, because I know we're not supposed to feel this way about our parents. But I was ready to go toe to toe with my damn mama. Like, I looked up and I like, what's up?
And I wasn't ready to fight her. It was an emotional battle. Like,
I was ready.
I don't want to be angry. So
I get it. Like, so we say, like, let's sit down. Like, for me, because we never had that, you know, like Black families, we don't come together and be like, hey, you know, let's talk about it. We just be like, well, you know, we're gonna sweep under the rug. So like, you doing that, I honestly commend you on that, because we don't.
It took a lot. It definitely took a lot. But just hearing you can be angry at her, and then for her to be accepting of what I told her, and her response was, can I hug you? Can I, you know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't know where to go from there. And it was, I mean, since then we've had like a much better relationship. Like, now I'll be like, girl, no, respect my boundaries.
I love it.
And she'd be like, you are absolutely right. So now I feel more like me than just her daughter. I feel like I'm Ruthia when I'm around her, not just, oh, that's baby girl.
Wow.
Okay.
That's good for you. actually glad you said that too,
Yeah,
because
that's good.
that's like the last thing on my list is conflict resolution.
Mhm.
I'm somebody who likes to keep the peace. I don't like drama. I also don't like to make people feel how I'm feeling. And so I know if I tell you how I feel, you either gonna react angrily, you gonna be sad, or you gonna misunderstand. I know that sometimes you can try and tell people, you know, what you're going through and how they contributed to those things. And so sometimes you just don't say nothing. Especially like you said, when it's a parent or somebody that you're real tight with, you just might not say nothing. You might just let it roll off your back and be like, yeah, well, they didn't mean it. You know, I know they didn't mean to do it like that. I know they didn't mean it. Or I know they going through something right now. So, you know, I'm gonna just let it fly, you know. And the next time, you know, I'll say something. Then the next time come and then you be like, you starting to get on my nerves. You know, and then and it can explode if it happens again.
Right.
Because you never spoke on it. So that's another thing that I'm learning too is, like you said, it's okay to be upset. It's okay to be angry. It's also okay that if I express those things, that other person feels something. But at the end of the day, we got to stay on track, right? We got to solve the conflict.
Right.
We got to stay the course. We got to understand the purpose. It's a reason why we have feelings. Today, it's a lot of like BS on social media or even in the world when it comes to emotions. Emotions are not a bad thing.
Nope.
It's not a bad thing. It's something God gave us. He gave it to us for a reason. It's a protection thing.
It is.
It's protecting us. To make me more self-aware of who I'm dealing with and if they're safe. And people can be safe, but I might not feel safe because of what you just did. So now I need to tell you so I can get back to that safe space with you. And in order to get back to that safe space with you, we have to resolve the conflict. I'm not giving you no free passes. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't pass go. Don't collect your $200. We ain't doing that. No games. It's, you made me feel like this. And I know you might feel a way when you might feel a way about it. But that's why I'm here, because I care enough so we can get this out. Let's get this out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Resolve the conflict. It's personal. Too many people want to act like when they feel in a way that it's not. People don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be bothered. You didn't bother me.
Right.
It's an ego. Oh, she bothered. No.
Yeah.
Why is that making you feel so, you know what I mean? Why do you feel good?
Mm-hmm.
Why do some people feel so like gung-ho on that? Like, yeah, I ain't bothered. You didn't touch me. You didn't make me feel away. What does that do? Because really you do feel away.
Mm-hmm.
You feel away so bad you uncomfortable.
I always feel
You feel away so bad that you're not even moving around me like you used to move. And the energy is there. The tension is there. It's obvious. So it's like, just talk about it. Just talk about it. If it's conflict, just get it out the way. And that comes with emotional management, intelligence, knowing yourself, and where we was at. If I love you, I love me.
For you to say, what is the conflict?
Yeah, conflict resolution. Yeah,
conflict resolution. I raise my household in a different way. I do have meetings. I have meetings in my household, and I have text messages that I do. Because even though I'm a mother, I'm a human, and I have feelings. So I always check in on my kids because they're kids, right?
Mhm.
They're entitled to their feelings and their emotions. And I know what some people may call my flaws. So I will text my kids or my significant other, whoever he was at that time, and ask them, like, what is it, can I do better? Da, 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 da. And I always got a good report card. So that just lets me know you just be in the moment and I'm really doing good. But I always self-evaluate myself, just like when I came around y'all, not to put y'all on the spot, but when I didn't know y'all, I told y'all when I first met y'all, because I know how I can be which I don't have a problem with how I can be, but people have problems in my past. So I let y'all know, like, if y'all ever feel some type of way, come to me. I'm the only person that can help y'all with me, because can't nobody else help y'all with me, because I know me better than me.
Mhm.
Because I'm not dummying down my life. I'm not fin to be in my shell to make anybody feel comfortable. I'm not doing that. Why do I have to do that?
Yeah.
That's a you problem.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You can come to me and you can tell me whatever you want to tell me, and I'm gonna receive it because I'm grown. But until you come to me because you're the one with the problem and I'm not, all that is on you. I honestly can care less. And if I gotta deal with you in my space, it would just be on that business level. But all that other extra stuff, we can't do it because I'm not fake like that. And I'm not gonna bring it to you because this is your problem. So I'm gonna act like it doesn't exist because it's not bothering me. It's bothering you. Because my thing is, you have a problem with me. You telling people you have a problem with me. I know that you do. You're the one looking goofy. It's not me. It's you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So conflict resolutions for me is conversation. I'm always ready to have a conversation anytime. Just don't try to embarrass me, because that can go somewhere totally different. Talk to me in private. And then if you want to be loud and all that, that's cool. But don't address me in front of everybody. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, but you know what?
Yeah.
Just to piggyback off of what Savannah said, that is true. You should be able to talk to people. But what I don't like is, like, personally for me, if you got an issue with me about anything I do, anything I say, don't go tell nobody else. Come to me. Because nobody can solve the problem in the manner that I can solve it, because it's not about them, it's not about you, it's about me. I don't like when people go behind my back, and say stuff about me to somebody else. If you feel some type of way, call me. Let's talk about it.
Let me throw another dagger in that.
Because
Just an example. What if they are coming to you? Example. What if they are coming to
that's
you?
the difference.
No. What if they are coming to you and you denying the fact that this person already knows that it's a problem with you and that person, and you're not being honest and truthful? Where did that get you?
If
Yeah,
they
it's not gonna get you nowhere.
Ain't gonna get you nowhere.
True. But if they give you an opportunity to address it, that's a whole different story. I'm talking about if you don't address it with me and talk about me behind my back or to somebody else, because that's how BS starts. That's how BS keep going. Like, if we all grown, and I don't care who you is, always come to me, especially when it's about me. I have to tell my peoples that, like, family think because we family, they can't come to me. Oh, I'm gonna go to Lil Cuz and tell Lil Cuz this is how I felt about what you said or what you did.
That's because people are lacking conflict resolution
grown.
skills, though. No, honestly, people are scared.
Yeah.
Like, let's just be like, that's just the truth. Is people are really afraid to tell you how you made them feel because of the reaction. They don't want to address it.
They
Some
don't want to
people,
address it. Maybe they don't want to be wrong. Maybe they don't want you to tell them.
True.
You know, you talk it out and be like, you know what, that was my personal own thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People don't want to face that.
True.
People don't know how.
yeah, people don't know how.
True.
They never experienced that. They couldn't even go to they can't even go to nobody. They've never been able to go anybody and say, you made me feel this way and it ended properly or it ended well. They always feel like they losing people. Or
people don't like to be wrong either.
That's true. Some people don't like to be wrong. It's a lot of different variables, but we can only control ourselves.
True.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. We can only control ourselves. So if we can only control ourselves, it's up to you to say, this is a problem and I want to fix it. It's up to you, though, if you're ready to do that.
Right.
Nobody can force you to do that.
Right.
I can come to you right now and say, I got a problem with you. And you can say, I don't care, and walk away. Right?
I want to step to your hand like, ooh.
You can say that ain't got shit to do with me. Feel how you feel, right? Couldn't you?
True.
Or you could say, well, damn, what I do?
Right.
Talk to me, sis.
If a person really cared, this is my thing. If a person really got communication skills, they really care. They gon' want to have a conversation. They gonna care. They gonna care enough to actually have a conversation and be adult enough to actually see what the problem is. If a person not mature enough to have that conversation, they won't. Like, honestly, I feel like a lot of people lack that skill, and I've honestly been through too many situations where I just choose distance over disrespect. So I just kind of like, hey, I'll try to have this conversation with you, but if you're gonna take it left, I'm just gonna distance myself from you because I ain't got time. I'm too cool for that. I ain't got time for that. So if you're willing to have a conversation, I'm all for it. But
Yeah.
if you can't and you don't have the capacity to do that, that's perfectly understandable because everybody don't have communication skills.
That's true.
You
A lot
know,
of people lack communication skills.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but that's the thing. Like we talk about management of emotions. With management of emotions comes emotional intelligence,
Mhm.
and quite frankly, there are a lot of people who are emotionally.
Right.
Well, yeah, you so
Yeah.
emotionally fucked up. Let's just say it.
Yeah.
You so emotionally fucked up.
Yeah, let's go with fucked up.
Yeah.
that's what I was.
And it
yeah.
don't matter. And I'm not the reason you're emotionally fucked up. And she's not the reason you're emotionally fucked up. And he's not the reason. You are just that way. Yeah, you just
Yeah.
fucked up.
No.
Right.
Okay, I listened to this guy. His name's Jesse Lee Peterson.
Okay.
I disagree with a lot of things he say. Not to get mistaken with one of my favorite people, Jordan Peterson. Jesse Lee Peterson has a wild narrative that that we have to forgive our parents because they didn't bequeath us with the tools to have emotional intelligence, to have conflict resolutions, because of just a coddled mentality or separation anxiety
Mhm.
or trauma. And like I said before, hurt people. So with the tools that our parents had, which wasn't a lot,
Right.
you know, now
That was
we're
worse
now
than shoot.
now we have the privilege and the opportunity to heal, and we don't even know what the hell that looks like.
Mhm.
How the hell do you heal when you're emotionally imbalanced?
Right.
Woo! Therapy.
But we've been always taught that therapy is for white people. Therapy
It's
is
not.
for therapy is for
It's
you know
not.
Advocate for it. Therapy.
no one.
No.
We are just now getting into that realm where you say, hey man, you got to sit down and talk to someone. I mean, if someone said that back in the day, they'd be like, what the hell?
Mhm.
That's like beheading witches back in the day. That's like the
Right.
equivalent to beheading witches. You know, therapy was unspoken. Getting help was unheard of.
Yeah.
And now we have the ability and the opportunity and the community to do that.
Right.
So I mean, I think that's what you need, a community.
So let me just say this. I've been on both sides of the coin. I've been in situations where I was feeling away and I didn't go to the person right away. I went to somebody I knew, somebody who I trusted, and I said, look, this happened. It made me feel this way. Now, I'm not trying to speak bad on them, and I'll tell them. I'm not speaking bad on them, so don't you take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this because I trust you and I'm confiding in you. But I'm also having a real hard time with my emotions.
Yeah.
I've gone to people and told them about situations I've been in with other people before I went to them. And this is just me being transparent.
Yeah.
I've done that because am I fucked up?
Right.
What did I fuck up?
Double check.
Before I go talk to them, tell me what you would have did or tell me what I'm missing. Because right now I'm just confused. So I've done that before, but I've also been on the other side where people have come to me and said, I'm feeling like this. This made me feel away. And I knew with my emotional intelligence, they're just venting. Go ahead and say what you got to say. Do you want me to speak? Or am I just listening?
Right.
What do you want from me? I got that capacity to listen. And I can also give you advice. Do what you will. And you give them back their power.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing. It's nothing wrong with you confiding. It's nothing wrong with you talking to someone you trust. It's nothing wrong with you gaining clarity. What's wrong is people who are, what is the word? Their intentions are so bad that they will sit there and listen to you with the intention of using that against you. Now, those are the people that you got to watch out for. And there was a situation that I was in a few years ago where I realized that person didn't really care about me because what they did was when it all came back around, they asked me 21 questions. And what they kept trying to do was prove that I was wrong. That's all they were doing. The whole conversation was, but didn't this happen though? But didn't you say that? But didn't you do that? And it's like, ma'am, calm down. I'm upset. You're upset. Do you want to get to the root cause and solve this? Or do you want to attack me? Do you want to just why would you want to make me feel even worse when I'm already feeling bad? You know I'm feeling bad because I talked to you about how bad I was feeling. So why are you turning the tables around and trying to make it sound like it's something it's not?
That's that projection.
Exactly.
Projection,
and so
that's not
there are people who do
solution-based.
that.
Yeah,
There are people who will do that. So I don't think that it's necessarily bad for you to confide in somebody and try to understand, especially it's about the reason behind what you're doing. And you also have to understand that if you do that person might take it away. But if they love you and they want to learn what the situation really is and get down to the bottom of it, then they will understand why you did what you did.
Right.
I feel like you have to care enough to do that. So like,
Yeah.
if I have a problem with you and I know my demeanor and I know you're more sensitive than me, I'm just throwing things out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I care for you enough, I got to figure out how I'm going to come to you. So I might go to TG, like, hey, she da-da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da. What do you think? So I did it at the same time, but also at the same time, I need some advice. But then that's also giving me time to calm down because I needed to blow my gas.
You need to blow it out.
Because I can deal with you can dish to me, but you probably can't deal with I can dish you. And I know if I do something to you, it may end. But if you do something to me, my skin is more tougher than yours. So I'm being more careful how I come to you because I'm catering to your feelings because I know them.
Yep.
So if she has good intentions, she's going to keep her mouth shut. She's going to leave it between us and not be messy and go tell her, tell him, and switch up the story. And then everybody looking at everybody crazy. When we are back like this, our energy is back on, and now we're talked about amongst the group. That's messiness.
Yeah.
Second thing is like how you said the other side of it. I mean, you can go to that person and you can do that, but then do that person have an open ear at that time?
Right.
Some people, for whatever our reason, which I don't understand because I don't agree with it, I can have an intelligent, emotional conversation at that very moment. Some people cannot.
Some people can't.
To breathe, and the next day, that gives me anxiety. What are we waiting for? We need to fix this now. My thought process. But other people, they need to go to sleep, and they need to do this. And it's like, why can't you handle this right then and there? Totally opposite. Is it wrong? No. Do I get it? No. Do I understand it? No. I understand it, but I don't get it. Right. So you may be bothering me, but I still need to get it to come out. So I still have to go to somebody that I trust.
Right. Because I need to talk about this.
Yeah.
But you're not ready to talk about this.
Yeah.
Or I'm so upset that I know if I talk to you right now, it ain't going to be good.
Right.
It's going to be bad.
Right.
And we're not going to come to an understanding. We're not going to come to a conclusion because my emotions are so up here.
Yeah.
So I need to be brought down here. And when you can trust somebody and they really love you, they'll tell you, calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Or they'll tell you, you're right.
Yeah.
That was a messed up situation. So now let's listen. Let's figure this out together. Okay. Do you want to understand why they did what they did? Or do you want to just be mad? Because some people just want to be mad.
True.
Like, and that's just it. Some people don't want to move past it. Some people want to hold on to it and they want to soak in it. And then remember I was saying earlier, like, dang, I deserve it. Some people want to just sit in it for as long as they possibly can. And I never understood that part where you just want to, especially if it's something that we can resolve. But that's the thing. Just because I feel like we can resolve this today, you don't feel like we can resolve this today. So now we just wait until somebody, until something shake. And so that's why I feel like sometimes other outlets are used and other people lean on other people because it's okay to talk it through. It doesn't mean I'm being malicious. See, people automatically assume it's a malicious act. It's not. I love you enough to want to figure out what the fuck
Right.
I love you enough to want to figure out why I'm feeling this way. I love you enough. I love you enough to get it out of my system, so I come to you respectfully the next time I see you.
I think you gotta be mindful who you go to too.
Yeah,
Like,
that-
most of the
I was
time,
it's got to
gonna
be
say
somebody
that.
you
if I know
trust.
that, just use it. If I know that you have a problem with her, I'm not gonna come to you because you're gonna feed my ego. You're gonna tell me
Mhm.
everything I want to hear that's against her. I
Yep.
have to go to somebody that's neutral, and we as grown people tend to know who those people are.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
You know
Yep,
what?
I agree.
I got some advice that if you ever got into that type of circumstance, I got the advice to write a letter, and don't send it off. Just write it
Mhm.
and just hold on to it. You got your emotions out, and if it is still concrete, then you can come to someone and talk to them. But again, like I said, it's all about community,
Mhm.
and you gotta have moderators,
Yeah.
and common sense.
Yeah.
Common sense isn't common to everyone though, so I mean,
That's true.
but to write a letter is really cool, I think. So I mean, you could try that first. There's
Mhm.
different tools and tactics that you gotta implement when you're trying to solve conflicts.
Exactly.
Because you running telling the next person is probably just going to cause static, like you said.
but it shouldn't.
Mhm.
I mean, you never know.
It really.
You never know.
If you are more careful with who you're talking to,
Yeah.
then that should be that first of all, be thoughtful of that. Then be thoughtful of that. Second of all, understand with yourself, like, is it really to this point? Like, do I really need to talk about this with this person? Or can I just figure it out myself? Like, it really is a process that I feel like it's a process of learning that takes time.
Yeah.
You might not know right away how to handle something. And so, but it can really be bothering you. But I read something in I think it was Pastor Kenneth Locke. He said, you can never get someone to understand you when they had their mind made up of misunderstanding you in the first place.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know where I
Okay.
got that from, but
So-
that's dope. You gotta have friends that's gonna hold you accountable. I don't call people my friends that's always straddling me. You gotta hold me accountable. If I know I mess up sometimes, man, you wrong. Tell me behind closed doors because you gonna rob me while we in public.
Yeah.
But deal with me behind closed doors, like you know you was wrong.
Yeah.
That you them are people.
Yeah.
Don't be straddling me because I know when I messed up. And I know when you straddling me, don't do that. Somebody that's always for somebody, them are not your friends. I
Yeah.
tell my kids that somebody that's going to hold you accountable are your friends. But then you got to be mindful of those people too. You don't want those people that's always you're wrong. Like you got a problem.
Yeah.
You need to calm down. You know what I'm saying? You must got a problem with me. Why you kicking it with me every day? You know you got to be mindful of those people too.
Yeah.
So it's a balance.
And some people will disguise the word accountability just so that they can continue to antagonize you, though, to feed their ego because, yeah, I told you so.
Right.
I've seen it. I told you that. If you would have just listened,
Girl.
that's why you in the seat you in today.
Mm.
Like, bitch. I don't need you to tell me I'm learning a lesson right now. Can't you see that?
Right. Right.
You don't need to tell me you told me so. Don't do that to me. See,
Yeah.
but that's me. I don't like that shit. So that's why sometimes you just got to take a step back and you have to decide, is it worth having this conversation with this person? And is it going to make me feel better? And is it going to get me through? See, that's what you got to understand is because I'm talking to you, it has nothing to do with you. And let's go back to that. The forgiveness thing. Forgiveness is for me, right? So if I'm talking to you about something that's making me so fucked up that I'm not ready to forgive and I'm not ready to have the conversation and be where I need to be, that's only telling you one thing. This is a situation where I need to work on me. This is a situation where I'm dealing with it.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with you right now, which is why I haven't talked to you yet.
Yeah.
You don't even know how I feel. So how you gonna feel bad and you don't even know?
Right.
So now you mad because I was feeling away? How you mad because I was mad? See, and a lot of people do that shit. You mad because I was mad. Oh, you found out I was mad? So I was mad. That had nothing to do with you. Just like when I forgive, it's all about me.
Yeah.
That conversation was about me. And that's why I always have to tell people, you know what I'm saying? Like, let people know where you stand before you start talking to them. Can I tell you this? Can I tell you this in confidence?
Yeah.
because this is my problem. This is my experience. This has nothing to do with that other person. Not in that way. Not in a way to where they should take what I said the wrong way.
Yeah.
So I think that's another thing. Is some people just get so triggered off the fact that their name was even involved. But I'm sorry, ma'am, you did contribute to my feelings. But I knew I needed to check myself first. And some people need to check themselves in other ways. Like you said, not everybody can handle it the way that you can handle it. And so people know themselves. And so people just need to allow people to feel. And people just need to allow people to be upset. And people just need to allow people to be people.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's just too much. It's too much of, oh no, but you got to behave this way. And you got to behave that way. Don't tell me how to behave with my feelings.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not going around saying you a bitch, you a hoe, you a stank hoe, you a trap, you a bitch, you a stank hoe. I ain't saying none of that. I never disrespected your name. I never said you was a bad person. Matter of fact, I spoke very highly of you and said, this is why I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because I seen you this way. Right. And you just showed me something I never seen. And it caused me to feel this way. And I feel so bad. I feel so hurt because I love you. If I love you, I love me, which is why I'm fucked up right now.
Yeah.
So if people would just take a look at that and actually try to understand, why are you so mad? Instead of trying to be mad too, then maybe we can get some motherfucking wear.
Right.
Okay? So that's the lessons.
Yeah.
That's the lessons of 2024 for me.
Yeah.
You know, another thing is a lot of people don't have self-identity. Like they put their happiness and their excitement in the hands of someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And when they don't operate in the way that you expect them to operate, then you're all
these things.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think that I'm a big follower of Will Smith, and Will Smith stated that it's your responsibility to heal. It's your responsibility for your happiness. It's your responsibility. It might have been a circumstance where someone might have done something to you, but it's your responsibility to be better from that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
You know, so I subscribe to that, and I subscribe to people having outlets.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, get a hobby. Like, come on.
Find something.
Yeah, find something to do. Misery loves company.
Most
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Damn it.
When we was in school, I started thinking about this. When we were in school, when you had conflict, you would go tell your teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
You tell your teacher. Then your teacher would bring you in a room, and it was always a mediator. I don't know if y'all remember. They used to have the flashes on, and there was mediators involved, and they would be the third party in the conversation, and it would be the teacher, the mediator, and the two parties.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, the teacher say, "You tell your side of the story." Well, we was doing this and this and then. Okay, the mediator would chime in. Okay, and that made you feel how?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how about you? What's your side of the story? Now that person tell their side of the story. Okay, and that made you feel how?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can y'all move past this?
Mm-hmm.
There's always been a mediator. People forget that element that we used to use even as kids.
Yeah.
That's actually what the judges were back in the day. Like like
that's the element.
Yeah.
That's this and why can't we as people, why can't we lean on each other?
They don't want to be made look a certain type of way. People,
It's ego.
I've seen some people treat. How can I say this? I've seen some people that have status, those that are beneath them, who uplift them and do those things, but the other person that has status, they throw daggers and try to be me in some way, form, or fashion, which some way I don't understand. So to me, I feel like that person that has status lacks self-confidence because they are doing for that person that's down here to bring them up there to praise them, and that person that's equal to them, they not getting that.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that. I witness that. You know, when I see certain things like that, I peep everything. I may not speak on everything because everything doesn't bother my emotions, and it's not worth my time.
Yeah.
But I deal with you in a certain type of way.
that's a lack of character. That's a lack of character right there.
It is a lack of character, and people just people that's been around me. I have a lot of people that's jealous of other people, which is very weird to me. I'm a very outgoing type of person. That's part of who I am. So Savannah does what she wants to do. Savannah gonna go with who rocks her boat, and Savannah's gonna fly with who she feels is trustworthy. Everybody has different spaces in my life, and I treat people accordingly. And I feel like some of those people that are my friends that are jealous of others or say other things of others, I am that friend that put everybody's in their place. You can't talk about her to me. You can't do that to her to me. Now, you know, if it's somebody that I don't care for and I'm already not rocking with, and she's just in our space, I'm gonna let you have your way. But if I'm rocking with both of y'all don't get the privilege to do that, you know. And I have been that mediator between both of my friends, because if you respect me, you're gonna respect her,
Right?
And vice versa. That's just how I ride, because I'm not gonna just be with you and not be with her. We're gonna be grown and be collective as one. And so I see that in grown people, and I see that in my circle, and I see a lot of cattiness and things that get back to me that shouldn't get back to me, because I feel like if you are my people, nothing should get back to me. But girl, guess what happened? Because you already handled that. Because you my people. My people is not going to sit there and have too much of a dialogue with somebody that's not in the circle. You gotta question why your people is even talking to that person for too long. That's how I operate. My people that fucks with me ain't talking to somebody that approaches you, that want to know something that you probably have never seen.
Yeah.
Why am I talking to you? No, you got to shut that shit down, because that's what my people is going to do.
Yep.
If you talk to that person too long, I got to question your character. I got to question your position in my life, because I already told you how to operate with me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So people are very floss flaggy, lack character, are very childish in their status. And it's crazy.
But that still come full circle back to like people using their discernment too.
Yeah.
It's like at the end of the day, it still come back to you being more conscious of
who you choose
to trust, who you choose to talk to, who you choose to let into your most deepest inner thoughts. And it's like at the end of the day, like, bro, I can't be mad at them for doing what they're gonna do as a person, because I chose to trust them with something.
Exactly.
So that's kind of on me, because I chose to trust this person, and that's not who they really are. So it's like you just got to be more cautious of the people that you let into your life, and the people that you really want to confide into and really be on that level with, because a lot of these people, they just not trustworthy. They not the A1 person that they present themselves to be.
Yeah, and a lot of people like to see you hurt.
Yeah, they do.
They like to see you. They thrive off your pain. They thrive off of you not winning.
Yeah.
They thrive when it's not your season. When it's that's when they the most happy. Yeah, and that's sad. And people like that do exist. And it's unfortunate, because a lot of times you don't know who those people are until it happens.
Yeah.
And so because they're not gonna show you that. Who's gonna show you that? Who's gonna show you that? No one. Until they show you that.
They rip the veil off their face and say, ha ha, you didn't know I was
It's kind of like, okay, I'm not messing with that person, but that person still has some type of significance in their life, but you know they are a fucked up ass individual, but they still hold a significant space in your life. And I feel like that piece right there is kind of hard. Like, I'm a very valid type of person. Like, I am. And it is what it is with me. But at the end of the day, like, there's nothing I'm going to tell you about her that she's not going to know.
Exactly.
That's just what it is. Yeah. Because it ain't even telling myself. I'm going to show my hand before you ever get the chance to expose me, because these are my words.
Right.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So, you just gotta, and sometimes people still want to be around you, even though they are fucked up that type of person. And I know I'm a likable person, so sometimes I let them people may be around me, but you only get a certain piece of me. Yeah. I don't fuck with you too heavy. You can't get too close to me. You don't know my kids. You know certain things you just not gonna ever have the privilege to ever be around me.
And some people will put you in that situation though. I've had people put me in a situation where it's like, I want you to be my mediator. Like, damn, you just appointed me mediator. You just appointed me mediator. Didn't even ask me if I was okay with being the mediator. You just dumped all this shit on me.
Yeah.
And what I'm supposed to fucking do with it? But I care about both of y'all, and I want y'all both to work it out. So, like, please do. Because I can't just keep being the ear and then I can't do shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, I see two people I care about going through it. What the fuck y'all want me to do? I've had that happen where I got two friends and And they was friends for a long time before I was even friends with either one of them. And one of them was like, hey, meet my other friend. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm meeting this person and they cool. Then they stopped being friends. And then now I'm friends with you. And I would have never knew you if it wasn't for her. And I'm like, well, why the fuck y'all ain't friends no more? Well, I got to tell you this. Like, goddamn, now I'm friends with this person.
Right. That's crazy.
So now I'm the mediator. Now it's like, okay, well, we want to be friends again, but we too prideful to talk to each other. So we talking it through you. And I want you to go tell her this, and I want you to go tell her that. Now that's when it's unhealthy because now you just nominated me mediator. And I'm in the middle, but I fuck with both of y'all. But now y'all don't fuck with each other.
Yeah, that's good.
So like that's that. Yeah. So just be mindful of that shit, y'all.
Right.
Brenna Brown spoke about that in The Power of Vulnerability. You're supposed to invite them out on a blind date and step away from the situation. That way they can handle it themselves.
See?
I did that before. That didn't go so well.
That's what I'm scared of. See, I'm not gonna deal with that. But I just want people to understand.
We was in a restaurant. I'm thinking I'm doing something. We in a public place. One of them lost the other person lost the other, and I'm like, listen, I got one other person control, the other person acting ignorant. And just when I started, I'm not gonna be in the middle because y'all hit me, we all got problems.
Right.
So I was just like, it didn't go so well. I would never do that again.
Yeah, I had a friend, and I'm not gonna say no names, but I love her to death, and I'm not mad at her at all. But I had a friend who made a suggestion to the other person that they meet me somewhere. Don't you come over here. Don't meet me nowhere. Don't do that. Don't do that. That ain't safe. That's not like you said. That's not a smart move. Because what you doing?
Right.
So like you said, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but like, no, don't do that. That could be dangerous. And the only reason why it can be is because when people be in their emotions and they not ready to solve a conflict, and you put them in an uncomfortable situation, automatically,
you don't know what
it's a whole nother thing going on up here. They go into survival mode. The brain triggers survival.
It's fight or flight.
And yeah, it triggers that.
Either you or me.
And it don't matter how long. It don't matter if it got to this point where you have to invite me somewhere and don't tell me that person coming. We on pretty bad terms.
Yeah.
We on pretty bad terms, right?
Right.
So if we on that page, don't you meet me no motherfucking where. Don't you surprise me. Don't you dare.
Don't you meet me no motherfucker.
Ooh, don't you do it. Because it can be bad.
Yeah.
So
is there a time limit on how long you should be upset about a situation?
It's not.
No.
For me, I think so.
It's not.
You're not gonna affect me in the moment that you affected me when I'm waking up. It's not just that's for me though. I've been through too much to even be allowing that to be going through my day to day. So for me, it is a time limit.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna say, how do you still gonna be mad? Okay, well, hey.
I feel like you should definitely feel your feels, but time management goes into emotional management, and you don't want to be upset for something for ages because while you're over here holding this grudge, this person doesn't even really know that you're mad at them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They going to sleep every fucking
I get
day.
your grudge thing.
Exactly. So it's like
I really wasn't
it's
even
like,
mad.
dude,
You gonna fuck yourself up.
Exactly. So it's like, dude, come on, man. Like,
for me.
and if that's the case, I would still invite them blind date and give them both boxing gloves, and I say, hey, if it's really that serious, go for
Go
blows.
ahead and fight.
But otherwise,
don't tell him
need
nothing.
to calm y'all asses down, because shit ain't as deep as we make it out to be.
And I feel you on that.
Everybody thrives to be a sociopath where they're not bothered by anything, but they're so hurt because they're wearing their emotions on their sleeve. These people are just unbotheredly bothered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I honestly feel like for me, with like how my emotions are set up, I give myself 24 hours. I give myself 24 hours to be upset about something. After that,
it also depends on what the fuck you did, though.
I mean, yeah, true.
It depends on what you did, and and it depends on how hurt I really am.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna just be mad and you don't know though. At that point, if it's to the point where I'm that fucked up by something you did, you finna know I'm fucked up about it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know how long I'm going to be upset. I had to tell somebody that before. To be honest with you, I'm fucked up about what you did. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to heal from this.
I don't,
But the fact that I'm even talking to you means that there's a chance.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
I know we pressing on the thing, but
I love.
pressing on the thing, but that would only be relationships to me though. But if I was to say that, but if I'm choosing to stay here with you, it's no longer your problem; it's a me problem. So if I'm staying here, I cannot be bringing up what the fuck you done did because I'm making myself miserable and I'm making you miserable at the same time, and we really ain't working towards shit.
Exactly.
So
Mhm.
I gotta really actually know: do I want you and do I want to forgive you? Because if I don't, I'm wasting both of us time. Once you choose to stay, all that other shit you really gotta let go. Like it's hard. It's not that it's not hard, but you gotta let go if you want to choose to be happy. Because people do some fucked up bad shit, but you can be happy. You can get through. But it takes the both of y'all.
It does. It does.
So, yeah.
And sometimes people don't. I feel like it's just communication. Like, for instance, if I had a problem
Communication
with,
with understanding.
okay, I agree with that. If I had a problem, hypothetically with Tone, I'm not coming to Kenda. I'm not coming to Jessica. I might come to them off the forefront, like just say, hey, am I crazy? But I have to talk to him.
Yeah.
At some point in time, we have to talk.
Right.
Like, because it's unnecessary. I feel like drama is unnecessary.
it is.
Going to 2025, no unnecessariness. Like all that bullshit,
Makes sense.
riffraff, that fugaziness. Like, cut the bullshit, man.
And I think, when it does take you longer than whatever y'all think is whatever y'all time limit is, it's because you didn't forgive him.
Yeah.
And it's because you really are upset with yourself.
In that.
So, and that's what it
There
comes
you go.
down to. If I'm at a point where I can't get past it, it's because damn, I'm still messed up.
Right.
I'm still messed up about the choice I made.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still messed up about allowing myself to get messed up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that's really what it is. And I gotta step away from you, because if I don't, then I won't be able to get myself together.
Mm.
And so I can't project my feelings onto you in your presence. And if I know that that's what I'm capable of, then I'm gonna take my space until I get my shit together.
Mhm.
Because like you said, at this point, it's no longer their fault because I made the decision to stick around. So if I make the decision to stick around, then I have to deal with that. And sometimes it's going to take a little bit more. It's going to take a little bit more fight in me.
Yeah.
And I got to look at myself a little closer in the mirror, and I got to give myself a pep talk, and I got to listen to a couple podcasts, and I got to talk to God, and I got to read the Bible, and I got to write down my goals, and I got to write down some pros and some cons. I got to journal. I got to talk to my therapist. Like, these are some things that people do. I got to go for a walk. I got to go to the gym. I got to eat my favorite food. I got to do something to make me feel better.
Mm.
So it's all about finding what works for you. But at the end of the day, just understand that conflict resolution does start with self before anything.
Mm-hmm.
You
Starts
gotta
with
hold
self.
yourself accountability too.
Yeah.
Like I'm so easy to talk about my relationship because I'm really over it. I'm healed from it. Am I going through shit? Yeah, I'm going through shit, unnecessary bullshit. But I hold myself accountable. How I hold myself accountable, I stayed too long. I should have known the things that he was doing and the characters that he was acting on to other people that's been around before me. I felt that I was superior to that behavior. But it wasn't that I was superior. It was that when it was my time for him to do it to me. If you could do somebody that birthed you, somebody that's been around from day one, and I'm coming in 20 years, oh, it's definitely coming my way. I just didn't know when. So my thing that I took from that whole thing, if I got anybody, I don't care if any relationship, kidship, friendship, boy, whoever, if I see you telling me you treating your day ones, your parents, your kids like shit, I can't fuck with you on certain levels because I know from my past experience, and I know my intuition already told me, but I try to hold on, you're going to project that energy on me. So don't have nobody around me that you saying you love and all that so much, you treating them so fucked up. I'm not fucking with you.
Exactly.
Like I'm not fucking with you because I know you're going to treat me like that one day. You ain't going to get the chance to do that. So hey, how you doing? But that's all you're getting from me.
Mm-hmm.
You're never superior than if somebody is showing you their true colors, whether they showing it to you or to someone else, they're going to do it to you. So my accountability is from staying too long and ignoring red flags. I see the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And you cannot change nobody. People
That's
have to
true,
want to change
girl.
on their own. What happens is you fall in love with the person that they showed you, which is the honeymoon stage. And because of that person showed you that honeymoon stage, you see that they got it in you to behave that way. But in all honesty, they was able to do that because it was something that they want.
Yeah.
So you save up for a concert ticket. You do this until you get your prize. And once you get your prize, what you do, you keep you dibble and dab. It's abusive. You dibble and dab with the behavior and string them along because this is really who you are. But this is what you did in order to get me. But once you started losing me, you're going back to the honeymoon stage, but you're really a fucked up ass type of person. You got a lot of work to do. You know, and people know that, and people hold on to that for whatever our reason. No want to start a new relationship or whatever the case may be. That's bullshit. So, I mean, for me, I don't give a fuck if it's 30 days. I'm saying red flags, I'm done.
Yeah.
I will not waste any more time with a man or a woman.
Amen.
Yeah, yeah.
Amen. You got to use that discernment. I'm clapping. So it's almost 10 o'clock. I don't want to hold y'all no later. This conversation, man, this was so needed. Again, y'all, glow through your growth. Glow through your growth. Glow through your growth. Start with you in any situation. Start with you. Look at yourself in the mirror before you project onto other people about your emotions. Check yourself first because it ain't their problem. It's your problem. It's always a you problem. You fix you. Once you can fix you, then you can go to other people and you can contribute and add value. Until then, you just broken in somebody else's space. Yeah. And what's good about that? Right. Not a goddamn thing. Right. So take your broken ass on and put yourself back together. Figure out what works for you to get back together. You know what I'm saying? And love on who love you.
Facts.
Because just because we got a little, just because we ain't getting along today, just because I don't agree with something you said, just because you don't agree with something I did, you ain't like something I did, just remember that it was never something towards you. You always got to look at yourself first. And always remember that whatever that person did was because of them. Yeah. It was because of them. Let them have it. Let them have it. They needed to feel it. They needed to do it in that moment. You just happened to be in the line of fire. Yeah. And you felt a little bit of it. Your world got shook up. Yeah. But you can move somewhere else. Right. You ain't got to stay there. You can move around, and you also have to control what you can control. You can still check in too. Mm-hmm. Hey man, the other day you was spazzing, and you fucked my mood up.
Mm-hmm. That's valid.
You fucked my mood up, friend. Right. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, girl, I was going to something. It's all right. Where we going to go eat? Like,
yeah.
It's just that simple.
Yeah. You fucked my mood up, friend. You put me in a space. I felt like something was wrong with you. And it was something wrong with you. Right. You know, so, and it's up to them to be like, you know what, you're right. I projected. Yeah. I had some trauma in the past. Somebody treated me like this. And I'm not over it completely. Yeah. I'm not. And so when you did that, it triggered me to be this way. And it wasn't right. And I'm sorry. And I'm working on me. Yeah. I'm working on me. And if they love you enough, they're going to let you work on you with grace. Yeah. Let me work on me with grace. You could tell me I'm fucked up, though. You could tell me I fucked up. And that's okay. Because we can't be right all the time. Yeah. We ain't going to get it right all the time. Yeah. But don't hold shit over my head because I made a mistake. Don't hold it over my head because of who I was yesterday. Help me be the better me today. Right. So I'm going to end this episode with y'all be mindful. Keep your minds open. Because it's nothing better than just trying to understand. Just trying to get an understanding. I had to tell this girl at work. She got to call and spaz and da-da-da-da. I'm like, girl, did you even go ask them why it happened? You all upset. I said, I don't want you to get all frustrated now and you don't even know the reason behind what happened. Yeah. Now do what you can in your power first before you come to me. You know what she did? She did what she took that advice. She went back and guess what? It got fixed like that. They fixed it in 5 minutes. And you know what I did? I said, I heard they fixed it. I'm glad to hear it. Right. You're welcome. You're welcome. You know, so sometimes just calm down, just breathe for a second, and just and then just go to okay, maybe, and then try and figure out why this could have happened to you, or why this was happening, and is there anything you can do about it? Okay,
I think that's the best advice. When you get upset, breathe.
breathe, man.
I think that is scientifically proven that when you get angry, you have shorter breath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
Breathe, ocean breath.
Just breathe, man. Just breathe. Just breathe. Go take a walk. Go turn on your favorite song. Shit, scream.
Right. Whatever it is you need to get yourself to yourself.
Get there. Just get there. And stop blaming other people for how you feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying they not contributing to the situation, but you think people do, a lot of people not just sitting around like, I'm about to piss you off today. When I get to work, oh yeah, you went for it, bitch. When I get to work, I'm about to ruin your day. I couldn't wait for this. Nobody is doing that. Nobody. I ain't saying that there ain't no evil people out there. It is some evil people out there, but for the most part, people just dealing with something. And it ain't got nothing to do with you. You just was there. And you felt it too. And you know why you felt it? Because you're human. And if you're a human and you got some emotional intelligence, you're going to feel what other people feel. Do it have to ruin your day though? No. And trust me, it's been days I had to remind myself, like, this is not personal. This is not personal. It feels personal, but it ain't personal. This person going through something. How can I help? Because obviously I'm a resource. God gave me these abilities for a reason. It's a reason why we are the way we are. People need people. Y'all need to stop acting like we don't need each other. Men acting like they don't need women. Women acting like they don't need men. Women acting like they don't need other women. Men acting like they don't need other men.
Yeah.
Y'all need each other. God made us to need each other. And we all have talents. We all have skills. We all have abilities. People come to you. I know people do this to you, Tika. They come to you, they start telling you their whole life, don't they?
Yep.
They do that to me.
Yeah.
I feel like I could trust you. Well, what made you think that?
Why was that funny?
You know, you have to ask.
Yeah.
Well, what made you think that?
Right.
Because God gave them the visual to see. Just like when you walk in a room and you light it up, it ain't my fault this light on me.
Right.
I don't want everybody turning around looking at me when I come in the room. But guess what happens? They do. Oh, you so pretty. Oh, look at that outfit. Oh, I like your shoes. Oh, you got such a cute laugh. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Facts.
Oh, baby.
You can't help it that light on you.
Yeah.
But it's a reason that you have it. Me and Savannah was somewhere. I said, well, what made them ask me? All these people in the room.
Just come out here dumping on me.
What you ask me for?
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm a sweet person, but that don't mean I want to do that.
Right.
But you know what I did? I did it.
What was it?
Girl, we're going to talk about this after the show. But somebody asked me for something, and it was pouring raining outside. I really didn't want to do it, but I did it because really, that's where my heart at. I'm a good person.
Yeah.
And they knew it.
Yeah.
I can't deny it.
I think I remember.
Yeah. And it was a very awkward situation, but they needed me. And I did it.
Deal with something,
You know?
So, because I be knowing people trying to get my attention.
But I know what
that so fast.
that's where that term get somebody else to do it come from.
Oh yeah.
That's where that term come from.
Hey,
Get somebody else to do
I heard
it.
it the whole time. I'm like, not today. I kept hearing it. I'm like,
Yeah.
then they was saying, oh no, absolutely not.
But
So
but
I
God
just
told them, say what you need, and I will provide. And that's why they asked. God said, say what you need, and I will provide. And all the people who weren't what they needed did not respond. And even though I didn't feel like doing it, my heart told me to do it because God told them, say what you need, and I will
I
provide.
didn't have the mental capacity to deal with that, nor the nose.
But I needed to be in the room. I need to be in the room.
I couldn't do it. I checked out like a whole hour ago. I was no.
She was like, I was ready to go. But yeah, I knew they needed me. And I was like, you know what? I ain't that way. So thank y'all. Thank y'all again. All my beautiful faces in this room. Some people left. Y'all don't. I just want y'all to know. So Ruthia left the building. Nicole left the building. And Kenyatta left the building, y'all, like maybe 30 minutes ago. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming.
Love you guys.
Tika, thank you for coming. Savannah, thank you for coming. Judge, thank you for coming. Jessica, thank you for coming. Tone, thank you for all you do. We couldn't do this without you. And this is my self-reflection for 2024. We are glowing through the growing.
Glowing through the growing.
All right.
Facts.
And I'll see y'all next week on My Own Podcast. Good night.
Bye.